they had 50K in the sacred account. Guess what they did? They borrowed that out to do another deal where they made 8.5%, and they're going to pay their loan back with the sacred account. And eventually, all of this money that we see in the 401k is going to get funneled into the sacred account. And at that point, like, they won't have any more money left in the 401k. He'll be fine. There's no liability there. So that's what we did with this client. Now, the best part about this deal, I'm going to elaborate a little more just so you can see how cool these strategies are. So this 8.5%, this was a 9-month term. So she's getting 8.5% on a 9-month term. And at 9 months, they're supposed to give her the 50K back. That's how the term works, right? So 9 months come around, you're supposed to get the 50K back. Principal comes back. You could reinvest if you want to. You go to do a different deal if you want to. So on this deal, 9 months came around and they didn't have the ability to return her capital. They said, hey, we're tied up. We don't have the 50K liquid. Like, we can't get it back to you. And most people, if they did a deal like that and it didn't pan out, they'd panic. Like, if you did 50K in the stock market and they're like, oh, you gave us 50K, we can't give it to you, you'd be like, I'm broke. Well, this is different. She's secured by real estate. So she has two options. We put it in the contract. A, she can foreclose. B, she can charge them 18% interest instead. So she opted to just stick a 1 in front of the 8. And they'll pay her 18 until they can return her funds back. Ultimately, if they can't, she can foreclose and just get the real estate. And now she's the owner. And the real estate is worth more than she put into it. They would not have borrowed money if it wasn't worth more than they were getting the money for. So either way, she wins. But imagine that. Like, imagine being in a position where you think you're going to lose everything because of one slight change in how we did this. We helped this client become their own bank. They were able to do all of this. Even the worst case scenario happened, and they're more profitable than they would have been even in a best case scenario.